of course, owns a lot of BP and formerly chaired it just a few months ago. The head of Goldman Sachs also co-chaired BP, as you know. Some of the public may not be aware of that, so I throw that in. I mean, what about criminal negligence? Because we know now, according to the Coast Guard hearings with the survivors and the head engineers, that BP ordered them to do things that had never been done before, and that they said this is going to blow up, and BP said, we don't care, do it. And this went on for 2 months. They kept saying it's going to blow up, it's going to blow up. Don't we need a criminal investigation to find out exactly what happened here?
Well, I don't have any faith in the political process whatsoever. And on the economics, here's where the math gets really dodgy. In other words, the government says that we're going to fine BP $20 billion. Now, what BP did the next day is they announced that Goldman Sachs is going to raise $20 billion new dollars for them. They're going to sell $20 to $50 billion in new bonds, thanks to Goldman Sachs and Wall Street bankers. So they're going to totally pay for this by borrowing money, which, when the bets go bad, when they try to hedge those new offerings, of course, that'll end up being another bailout. So the U.S. public is going to end up bailing out them too.
Yeah, they're going to make money on the way up, investing it in a new derivative, and then when it bankrupts, the feds will come in and pay $50 billion, $100 billion, who knows what it'll be by then, into this new Madoff-type scheme.
Right, so you get $20 billion of new bonds that'll just go channeled into the damage fund. But, of course, to pay the interest on that, BP will actually lower their operating standards, and the risk of another event just like this actually went up because there's no punitive damage. All they're doing is they're trying to make it into a slap on the wrist, which they won't even pay. They'll get someone else to pay for it on Wall Street. But to pay the interest, they're going to lower their operating standards and increase the risk of another event like this happening.
All right, Max Keiser, stay there. We're going to come back and get into internet censorship and phone calls. Stay with us.
This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Gun sales are on a staggering pace. Gun prices are going through the roof, and that means desperate, vicious criminals now want your guns and will do anything to get them. Now, a new book reveals powerful secrets for hiding your guns from thieves and looters. You'll learn step-by-step, battle-hardened techniques, where to hide your guns so criminals will never find them, how to create the perfect hiding place, as well as the places you should never hide your guns, under any circumstance. These and other closely guarded gun caching secrets are guaranteed to keep your weapons safe and out of sight when the going gets tough. But listen up. For security reasons, the Hide Your Guns book and even the website may disappear without warning at any time. Go to hideyourguns.com. That's hideyourguns.com. Or call 877-327-0365 before they come for your guns. Hideyourguns.com right now. Right now.
The Fall of America and the Western World is an all-new 10-hour documentary and survival guide rolled into one. In this film, you will see the reasons why our government is failing and what you can do to prepare. Featuring Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Joseph Farah, David Icke, Naomi Wolf, G. Edward Griffin, Doug McIntyre, Mark Crispin Miller, Mickey Z, Doug Casey, David McElvaney, and myself, Alex Jones. Protect yourself and get the tools you need to protect your family from these difficult times. The Fall of America and the Western World at www.thefallofamerica.net, or click on the banners at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Again, that website, www.thefallofamerica.net, or call 800-655-1577. Prepare yourself and the ones you love today. Fallofamerica.net.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theInternationalForecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theInternationalForecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
Is there a favorite radio station or show that you just love and can't stand to miss? Then you need Replay AV. With Replay AV, you can set up your PC to record your favorite radio shows, podcast, XM and Sirius radio feeds, even streaming video automatically. More than one favorite? No problem. Replay AV can simultaneously record multiple shows and stations. You never have to miss any of your favorite programs again. Replay AV comes with a built-in media guide to make it easy to find your favorites and a converter for playback in any of the popular formats or burn to CD or DVD. With Replay AV's easy recording wizard, you'll be set up to record quickly. And Replay AV comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Try it, then buy it at replayav.com. GCN listeners save $10 off the retail price by going to replayav.com or click on the Replay AV banner on GCNlive.com. Visit replayav.com. Stream it, record it, keep it with Replay AV.
By the way, I forgot to add, not only does he have BBC TV shows, British radio shows, and the rest of it, Max Keiser is now joining the GCN Radio Network with a multi-hour program Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. It's The Truth About Markets USA, Saturday, 9 a.m. Central. All right, Max, this is a short segment, but just give me your bottom line. In your gut, you've got Goldman Sachs dumping 44% of its stock the week before. And, of course, we know that they were, at the time, their chairman was also the chairman of BP. And then they made this shuffle right before. They dumped 44% of their BP stock when other oil stocks were way up. We also have the CEO dumping over a third of his stock the week before. We have Halliburton buying this cleanup company that is focused on the Gulf of Mexico in the weeks before. You have the fact that Obama now has called for the carbon tax. This is a nice political diversion. We know that BP ordered them to do things that they never done before that they knew would blow up. You never let a good crisis go to waste. Every way I look at this, this is an inside job, Max Keiser, to get the new global carbon tax to prop up the new SDR system. Well, on the trading of BP stock, as you know, I've worked on Wall Street for many years. I know many, if not all, of the tricks that brokers and bankers can play. It's not difficult to predate or post-date a trade. So in other words, they say that they sold their stock before the event. It's not difficult to actually sell the stock after the event and then to monkey around with the reporting and with the compliance and to basically commit a bit of accounting fraud. So that was my first thought, that the dates that they give for their sales were probably cooked, because they figured that they can do it. There's nobody pushing back on the regulatory front, and fraud is the core business model of Wall Street. But let's move beyond that. Let's say that they had pre-knowledge and they were dumping their shares ahead of this. A lot of the intelligence that flows into the trading desks and the hedge funds on Wall Street comes from sources that are not publicly available. That's why the system is horribly out of whack. Well, yeah, the entire NSA CIA is admitted not just spying on us, but getting intel and economic information to feed to the insiders. And first it was 2 weeks, then a month. Now, 2 months out, they knew this thing was already leaking, having problems, and was probably going to blow. And so, there you have it right there. Well, the computers run on algorithms. The algorithms in the computer programs actually are able to read the news. Computers read the news now, and they interpret intelligence, and they can interpret data, and they put the trades in automatically. So it bypasses a human element. The computers just trade. And the computers put on a massive amount of trades. And what happens is that you go post facto, and you pick the trades you want, and you dump the trades you don't want into a slush fund, and then you get the government to bail out the slush fund. So this is an advanced version of what we used to call a look-back trade on Wall Street. So it's an orgy of profit. They make money when they lose money. They make money when they make money. And they just put it all on us and hire more SWAT teams because they know it's going to blow sky high. They put on a massive amount of trades, and they pick the ones they want,
and they dump the ones they don't want into a slush fund or an off-balance sheet account until it blows up, and then they get Geithner and Bernanke to bail out that fund. And they say, well, we never knew that it was going to blow up just because we put in all this toxic dumping.
I've also read that a lot of stockbrokers have been caught dumping it on their clients.